What what is up, Finn fans? Oh God, got a lot to talk about in this video. It is around 7 o'clock when we're recording this. Wanted to get my thoughts together, take my notes. I got some things I want to talk about on the screen over here that I'm going to bring up. We'll talk about, get to your guys' comment of the day. Like I said in the live stream, I wanted you guys to comment below to be in the comment of the day. One of you guys asked a very good question. You're going to be in the comment of the day. Some of you guys asked why I ended the stream early. I had a lot of things to do today, unfortunately. It just coincided with watching Dolphins football. So ended the stream probably about a quarter earlier, which sucks because I ended the stream when we were down 14-3. And we ended up losing 17-6. But let's jump into this. Let's talk about it. This game had a lot of ups and downs. Well, first thing that I just want to talk about is the penalties. That BS pass interference or whatever you want to call it on Preston Williams, where the dude's just running his route. He can't help that a defender's in his way. He got to get out of his way. BS call. But before I go into some of my news and notes, let's talk about stats. Fitzpatrick obviously came in. Josh Rosen had a bad day today. 15 for 25, 85 yards, and 2 interceptions. And those 2 interceptions were bad interceptions. You got to see where the vicinity of these defenders are and how they're going to jump on your passes, especially if you're staring down your receiver like he was. Bad interceptions. Fitz comes in 12 for 18, 132 yards, and a touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 10 rushes, 40 yards. Mark Walton, 6 rushes, 32 yards. Receiving, you have Mike Gesicki, 3 catches, 51 yards. Mark Walton, 5 rushes, 43 yards. Preston Williams, 2 for 31. But Devontae Parker, 3 catches, 28 yards, and the touchdown. And Drake, 6 for 30. Let's talk about some of these news and notes. Offensive line, the first half, even the first 3 quarters, struggled. There were some plays where Preston Williams, his late passes and his late reads kind of struggled with the sacks, but also Dieter at one point let one of the defensive tackles right in. Man had not even a second to throw the ball. Offensive line struggled drastically. Redskins missed the field goal that kind of helped the Dolphins still be in this. But let's talk about Josh Rosen real quick. He had a bad day today. He had a really bad day today. He struggled behind the offensive line. He struggled to get in a groove. Some of his passes were off. It was just a bad day for him. They put in Fitz, and all of a sudden he just starts playing like a man possessed. He starts playing great, gets that spark. I'm going to have a little news and notes or little quotes from Flores and some of the press conferences after the game. But once Fitz came in, he did his thing. Drake and Walton, Mark Walton and Kenyon Drake did really well. They killed it. They got the yardage they needed to. Even Drake on the first down run ran right up his gut, hit the line, and pushed forward to get the first down. Let's talk about some goods along with the bads. The first 2.5 quarters were bad. It was bad for the Dolphins. Defense did well, held the Redskins when it came to third down conversions. The Redskins had a bad third down conversions with the Dolphins. So the Dolphin defense did really well. Let me see if we got any sacks. No sacks. No pass rush. No sacks. Come on. Jason Sanders making his field goal, which was good to see him bounce back. Balaj gets a touchdown run. It's the first score that we've had in the second half all season. That is horrendous. That can't be a thing where week 6, we score a touchdown in the 4th quarter, and that's the first time we score in the second half all season. Week 6. Not good. But I'm glad Balaj got the touchdown. I'm glad Balaj got, some, maybe uplifts him a little bit, help him out, because he's been struggling a lot lately. Bad snap then. It's another thing I want to talk about, the bad snap to Fitz. Thank God someone was there to jump on that. The Gesicki catch. The pass that Fitz threw to Gesicki, and he just snatches it. Double covered and snatched it. I remember one of you guys asked me if Gesicki was a bust. And I said no. He's been struggling, but I didn't like where he was picked, but I still think he has a lot of promise and he can still do some things. And that catch where it's going to probably be in the new intro, where he turns his body and snatches it, that's the things that show that he can be a really great tight end. It just, he needs to work on it. Fitz goes when he needs to. You saw it. We needed a first down. Fitz just takes off. He knows when to go, and he just takes off and gets it. Versus Rosen, who kind of thinks about it too much. You can see that that's the difference between Rosen and Fitz. Yes, Fitz will throw interceptions. Fitz will be a little too dangerous with the ball. But when he knows, oh, this pocket's about to collapse, I need to go get this first down. It's a 3rd and 2 or it's a 3rd and 3. He just takes off and gets the first down. Whereas Rosen's kind of like, let me see if I can get the ball out of my hands. And he thinks too much instead of just going. And then the Parker touchdown catch. And the corner on his back, Fitz knew to throw it low and in front of him. So if he didn't catch it, no one else was going to catch it. Great pass. And let's talk about what everyone wants to talk about. So we score the touchdown. There's about 6 seconds left on the clock. And we're down by 1. Normally you think, kick the extra point. I was sitting there watching it on my phone because, like I said, I was out doing things. And I was like, oh, they're going to tie the game. We're going to go into overtime. Then they go for 2. Which then I think to myself, all right, I don't hate the call. It's gutsy. It's going to make people think you're actually purposely tanking, because that's a lot of what I got in the comment section, especially on Twitter, was he's for a fact Flores is tanking because he went for 2 because he wanted to lose, but this and that, blah, 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 blah. I'll talk about that in a second because one of you guys asked me a really good question. I don't hate the play, because if you watch the play, it was extremely, I can't even say poorly executed. It was horrendous. Webb on the chop block completely wafts on it. The 2 receivers that are supposed to block for Kenyon Drake are just, one of them just turns around when you should be blocking. Like, it was horrid. And then Drake drops the ball. So even if he caught the ball, he wasn't going anywhere. I didn't hate the play call because they would have stuffed us on the run because our offensive line can't do anything. I didn't hate the play call, and I didn't hate Flores going for it. He wanted to win the game. That's it. Plain and simple, he wanted to get in there, win the game. And that's it in a nutshell. You know, going to overtime, our defense was started to do some good things. Our defense started to stop them, but also we had them on the 1 yard line, and he threw Case Keenum threw a dot for 30 yards. Like, it was just, you could see that without Xavier Howard, without a pass rush, without anything really, I bet you Flores was just like, they're going to march down the field and score on us. The best way for us to win right now is to go for these 2 points. But also, on the other hand, to all you guys who are like, oh, he definitely threw this game. He definitely won. The 0-16ers, as I like to call you guys, which, again, I said this in the last video. We need to have each other's back. We're one fan base that is looking towards the same thing. You guys are probably very happy. Speaking of that, let's just talk about, real quick before I get, talk about comment of the day and stuff. The Jets, are they winning or did they win? The Jets were winning last time I checked. But yeah, Jets are winning, so they're going to win. So essentially win this. The Bengals lost. So the only winless team are the Dolphins and the Bengals right now, because I think the Jets beat the Cowboys. I can't find. Yeah, 21-16 right now as I'm recording this with 5 minutes left. I'd love to see the Jets lose. I don't care about who gets the first pick. I'd love to see the Cowboys come back and win this and just shut Adam Gase down. But as of right now, it's 21-16. Jets are up. There's 5 minutes left. Jets have the ball. We'll see how that pans out. But be sure to comment below. Let me know what you think of the game. I am interested. Wait, before I get to comment of the day, let me read these quotes. I almost completely forgot about the quotes. So Brian Flores, he said he was trying to win when he was asked about going for the 2-point conversion. That's what I said to you guys. You could see that he probably didn't have much faith in his defense, because his defense, yeah, they stopped him and stuff, but without Xavier Howard and all that stuff, he probably didn't have much faith in his defense. And I honestly don't think he had much faith in his offense, that if the Dolphins got the ball, then we would be able to get in field goal range or something like that. Flores said he made the move to Fitzpatrick because he was trying to find a spark, and they found a spark. You can see the difference between Josh Rosen in there and Fitz in there. They both played behind the same offensive line with the same receivers, the same running backs, and Fitz did better. You got it. And I know there's a lot of people that like Rosen and that don't want to. I want to build around Rosen. This is a game that you have to look at and think. Fitz came in, he did better. It is what it is. Behind the same exact team, he did better, got him to 2 scores, marched him down the field, did really, really well. Now, that's Fitz, though. That's a veteran on all that stuff. But these are the games where, just so you know, the people who don't like Rosen, and again, I'm not one of them, will point to and say, he threw 2 interceptions. He did horrible this game. This is why we need to get Tua. This is why we need to get another quarterback. This is why Rosen isn't the future. So that's just something you got to think about. But Flores did say that Rosen is still the starter. That's something he said. And Fitz said, in the huddle, this is what Fitz said, in the huddle, when I get in there, it was a good feeling. Guys play hard for me. Now, we were thinking initially that it was going to be the other way around, because the first 2 weeks we had Fitz in there, and then Rosen came in, and we thought that would be the spark, but it's pretty close. Then Kenyon Drake said on dropping this point, regardless of what the situation is, I have to hold up my end of the bargain. Essentially what he's saying is, I have to catch the ball. Regardless if I wasn't going to be able to go anywhere or anything, he has to catch the ball, which if it hits your hands, you got to catch the ball. And then on the 2-point conversion, the Dolphins practiced it with Mark Walton, but they did it with Kenyon Drake this week, with this game. So let me know, comment below, let me know what you guys think of today's game. I want to hear your guys' opinions. I love hearing your guys' opinions. I love reading your guys' opinions. So let me know, what you're feeling. Again, there's a group of the fan base that wants us to get the first overall pick and wants us to lose. And there's the other group of the fan base that just wanted to win today. We wanted to win today. We didn't care about the first overall pick. So like I said, right now the Bengals lost, so they're 0-5. Dolphins are 0-5, and the Jets are technically now winning by 5, but there's about 5 minutes left in the game. Let me give you an update. Yep, still winning by 8 with 3 minutes left in the game, and they have the ball. So be sure to comment below, and let me get to one of you guys' comments of the day. This one comes from Kevin, and he says, hashtag comment of the day. Are the Dolphins all in on the Tua boat, and will they let anything get in their way of their main goal? This is what I picked this comment because a lot of you guys are probably wondering, why would Flores go for 2? He's tanking on purpose, all this stuff. If Flores wanted to lose, if Flores wanted to tank, if Flores wanted to throw this game, he wouldn't have put Ryan Fitzpatrick in. It's a fact. He just wouldn't have put Ryan Fitzpatrick in, because by putting Ryan Fitzpatrick in, you gave we could have won if the tackle and the two wide receivers would have made their blocks and Drake would have caught the ball. Dolphins would have won this game 18-17 easily. He would have got in, but they didn't execute, and that there's only so much that you can do as a coach to call the play without the team executing. What are you going to do? So he put Fitz in. This is going to piss a lot of people off, but the better quarterback. Today, Fitz was the better quarterback. And as a Rosen fan, you can't tell me I'm wrong when you look at the play. Fitz came in, he played better. He didn't throw 2 interceptions. He marched the team down the field. He ran for first downs. He made the passes he needed to. He threw the ball where it needed to be. But the better quarterback in to try to win. That's what Flores tried to do, and he tried to win and not go to overtime. You can't fault the guy. Like I said, at first when I saw it, I was like, oh, they're going for 2. Why don't you just go for 1? But then, like I said, this is why I took a minute to make this video. Thought about it, and I was like, I could see it. I could see why he did it. And again, you watch the play. It was horribly executed. They execute that play at least decently, we win by 1. And we get our first win. Again, I honestly think we are not going to go in 16. I honestly think we're going to win at least 2 or 3 games. I might be delusional. A lot of people like to say I'm delusional, but that's the type of fan I am. I honestly think we will win 1 or 2 games this year, maybe even 3. That's who I am. That's how I am. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. I was tweeting during the second half of the game. Like I said, I had to go out. But again, next week I am going to live stream the Buffalo Bills game. That one might be a little bit tougher to watch because the Bills have a better defense than the Redskins. But be sure to follow me on Twitter, also my Instagram. I tell you guys all the time that I'm going to try to post more on Instagram. I am going to try. I promise. I will try. Also, be sure to check out the Bit Boys. I'm going to do some Madden. I think Most Fears coming out this week, so I'm going to be doing some more Madden over there. We got the Halloween games, all that stuff. Give this video a thumbs up. So close to winning this one. We were so close to winning this one. Give this video a thumbs up if you wanted to win, because we were so close. When Fitz came in, we really executed. We got down the field. We scored 2 touchdowns in the second half. We haven't scored any points in the second half for 4 straight games. Also, give this a thumbs up if you're on the other side, because the Jets seem like they're winning right now. So they look like they are going to be knocked out of getting that first overall pick, and it's between the Dolphins and the Bengals. So either way, give this video a thumbs up because you like these videos, you like what I'm doing. It lets me know you like the content and all that stuff. Also, be sure to check out DolphinsTalk.com and Sportscaster. I was simultaneously streaming on Sportscaster, and DolphinsTalk.com has some great stuff. I know Ron, one of the subscribers, writes over there. I got to go check out his stuff, read his stuff. But be sure to check them out. Hit that subscribe button if you hit the subscribe button. I say this every week, and I mean it every week, because if you haven't noticed, I make videos every week. Doesn't matter what the record, doesn't matter how the team's doing, you'll get a video from me. I'm planning on decorating the wall a little bit more, reorganizing, because you guys sent me some stuff like this awesome calendar over here. Again, if you want to send me stuff, P.O. Box below, don't feel like you need to. But other than that, I will see you guys either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday with my next video. But like usual, stay classy. Fins up.